Hey guys, it's Cameron here with Emerson House Buyers. Every week I bring tools, tactics, strategies, things I think that can help you in real estate, become more productive, get more things done with your time. I built up a sizable rental portfolio using real estate to help me get a little bit better sense of security, a little more control in my life, and give me a little more certainty. So I wanted to share with you some things, guys, that have proved very powerful for me, and just want to get back. Want to, if you guys are out there looking for an avenue, I don't think there's anything better than real estate. Truly, it's been one of the more powerful wealth building things, strategies, avenues, whatever you want to call it, that I've come across. And I think a lot of people out there would agree. Look at biggerpockets.com. It's got 500,000 members. What else? The Forbes, like 500, has the largest percentage of the Forbes list are real estate, either developers or investors of some sort. So, and maybe it's not wealth or financial exactly money. It could be time or security with your family, whatever it is. But not to beat the horse. So this week I want to first, if it's 2017 for you guys, if you guys are watching this in early 2017, Happy New Year. Let's make this year great. Hopefully buy some real estate. And I want to start off this year, though, with a little different change of pace. Typically, I'm a little more upbeat. We have some positive things, more strategies that you can use. But this week, I want to make a little bit change of pace in the fact that I have a friend who's another investor that could go bankrupt due to a couple poor investments in real estate. I'm not going to mention names or anything, but this is a guy I know very well, and great person, no issues with him. But I just want to talk about in this short video about some of the things we can learn from that, because I don't think anybody wants to go through bankruptcy or anything of that nature, or have to be foreclosed on and really damage credit for several years, especially in the time where the banks are becoming very, very detail oriented and strict on their lending criteria. So guys, what can we do to prevent this, or what have I learned, at least speaking with him, about what went wrong, what went well, and what he would do differently going forward. So I want to share with you some of those things. And I wrote a couple takeaways. So the couple takeaways I want to highlight: don't let your emotions get the best of you. Stick to your numbers. And the third thing is bring in expertise when needed. So those are the three things that could have prevented a friend from, we don't know yet. It hasn't, the foreclosure or bankruptcy hasn't occurred, but it could be imminent. So going forward, these are things that he has learned that he's going to do differently to ensure that this doesn't happen again. And I want to share, again, I just want to share these with you guys so this is a serious game. I mean, you're dealing with hundreds of thousands of dollars, or in some cases, tens of thousands, but whatever. These are a lot of zeros. And that's what makes it sometimes intimidating, but it's not intimidating if you know what you're doing. So these three things can help you get more knowledge and be more clear and have a little more confidence in your deals. So the first one, don't let your emotions get the best of you. I had the exact same thing happen when I hadn't bought a deal. I was still out there marketing, working my tail off, trying to get a deal. And there were several things that came up, and I said, oh man, this could be a deal. Let's turn this into a deal. And my mentor said, you're crazy. Don't. Stupid. Bad. Not a good deal. Pass. 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 And this happened probably 2 or 3, maybe even 4 times. And I was just so hungry to get a deal that I started to let my emotions get the best of me. Similarly, thankfully I had a mentor there to prevent me from doing that. Similarly, my friend wanted this deal pretty bad. This property was in a very up and coming neighborhood. Not even up and coming, it's just a very established, well sought after neighborhood in Houston. And I don't know if there was a bidding war, but it definitely got him above where he wanted to be. And when that happened, he thought he could still turn a profit, but he kind of let his emotions of getting a property in this selective area at this great discount could, he just let that get the best of him. So that's number one. Do not let your emotions get the best of you. Stay calm, step back. Don't, have your number, and before you walk into negotiations, have a number that you're going to stick to. Don't go in and say, well, I know, it's about this. Have a maximum threshold. This is my highest offer. I'm not going above that. And you have to walk. You have to be prepared to walk on that number. Do not go above it. If you set it beforehand when you're not emotionally charged and you're not sitting in there negotiating with a seller or with an agent, or, oh, well, we've got somebody else who's ready to pay cash, don't let them pull any of that. Stick to your numbers. If it doesn't make sense, don't let your emotions sway you in the wrong direction. So the second thing, stick to your numbers. So similar to number one, phrased a little bit differently, different people have different criteria for real estate. Some buy and hold investors want to make 11.5% cash on cash return. Some people want to make 10%. Some people want to be out of pocket less than 10 grand. Some people want to make 30% cash on cash return. Some people want to make only buy houses in certain areas. Whatever your criteria is, set it and stick to it. Don't let certain deals come in and again, cause you to manipulate your numbers or manipulate your criteria and your numbers. Do not do that. If it doesn't make sense, don't try to pound the square block into the round hole. It's going to end poorly. Could end up in a foreclosure or bankruptcy. So again, friend was a little bit out of his element, had never done a rehab of $80,000+. Thought this is too good of an opportunity to pass up, going to do it. Well, fortunately, didn't have the best people working with him, didn't have the best support team, and this big rehab turned into too big of a project. So stick to your numbers, stick to your criteria. Do not jump out of that, because a once in a lifetime deal comes up. There's going to be more deals. Trust me. I've thought the exact same things before. I went through the struggles. Thankfully, I had somebody there to kind of keep me calm and keep me level-headed, which brings it to point number 3. Bring expertise in when needed. So like I mentioned, had a mentor, thankfully, to keep me level-headed. My friend did not. They were trying to do it, and his partners were trying to do it based off of taking somebody else's word, based off of other projects individuals had done, with no real insight of bringing in somebody else that had a track record with these larger rehabs. So I've done the same. I went out and had a mentor to help me with things. Could I have still screwed up? Do I still screw up? I screw up every day. There are certain things I do, but my mistakes have been minimized. So I've thankfully been prevented from buying deals that I could have lost $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on. And in this situation, when you're going into these big things, and I'm totally a proponent of not doing things the common way or the right way of the general what's the word I'm looking for? Going through life and doing everything like you're told and staying in line and in order. So when you want to go and buy a house and flip a house and you've never done it before, I'm totally cool with that. But don't go out there without the right knowledge. And if you don't have the right knowledge, if you haven't been studying for years, then go out and get the expertise. Partner with somebody who's done it before. If you have a bunch of money sitting there and you've never been in real estate, go partner with a guy who's got plenty of deals but no money. Balance each other out. Use your both of your advantages. Complement one another. Instead of, like my friend, who had no money, no experience, and partnered with a guy who had no money, no experience. So they both went into the deal, no money, no experience. What do you think happened? Issues came up and started compounding. And it's a shame. We don't know at this time whether it's going to be a foreclosure that leads into a bankruptcy, or the project can be salvaged. Regardless, there's going to be money lost on the deal. So again, let me reiterate. Do not let your emotions get the best of you. Stick to your criteria and your numbers. No matter what deal, once in a lifetime opportunity comes up. And then 3, bring in the necessary expertise. If you're new and you don't have money, bring in somebody with money. If you have money, you're new, bring in somebody with expertise. What's the old saying? When a man with money meets a man with experience, a man with experience ends up with the money, and the man with the money ends up with the experience. So, try to prevent and minimize those big losses. Those are the things that keep people out of the real estate game indefinitely. You lose 20, 30, 40,000 bucks, never want to do real estate again because they have such a bad taste in their mouth. Lo and behold, all they had to do was sacrifice a little bit of the profits up front, a little bit of the meat on the bone to somebody else for expertise, and they could be doing numerous deals after that if they wanted to. But guys, I hope this is helpful. Again, I don't mean to start the year off with on a bad note. I just want to be real. We've had a lot of videos, or I post a lot of videos on here about strategies that you can utilize to really be powerful in real estate. But I want to just bring up something that's been close to me. Like I said, a friend recently, and it sucks. It's not something fun. I don't wish it upon anybody. I don't want anybody to have to go through a bankruptcy or a foreclosure, especially if you're good people. These are good people that are trying to do things the right way. It's just unfortunate how everything turned out. So, guys, if this was helpful, I hope you utilize the 3 points in this and do not let this happen to you. Stick to your numbers. Don't be emotional. Get expertise where you need it. And if it was, share it with somebody. And you guys have a good 2017. Hopefully all the deals are profitable and everything. And if you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, you can shoot me a text, or if you have my phone number, email me, or just comment below. And like I said, share if it was valuable, and hope we can add value every week to you guys. See you guys next week. Thanks.